Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. As you can probably hear, I'm still a little bit sick, but I didn't really want to skip another video, so yeah, here I am. I hope it's okay. I hope I don't sound too bad, and I hope we get through this video because I'm still feeling a little bit foggy, but again, I didn't really want to skip another video, so we'll see. I hope it goes well. So yeah, today I want to talk about my 2024 reading journal, or I'm not even sure if this will only be my journal for next year, to be honest, because I'm not really reading that much anymore, so I'm not sure if I will be able to fill it up within a year. So it's probably more like my 2024 and 2025 reading journal, but it's my new reading journal and I want to show you my setup today. I thought about waiting on showing you my setup and then doing a video on my current reading journal where I kind of flip through it and then show you my setup in this video. But I don't know, I haven't really finished my old journal yet and I just want to show you my new setup. So that's what we're gonna do today, and then I will probably do a separate video on my current journal in like the future. But now let's talk about my new reading journal setup. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, so yeah, I'm quite excited to finally show you. Maybe let's talk about the notebook first. I'm using this Leuchtturm 1917 B6 size softcover notebook, which wasn't really my first choice, to be honest. I actually wanted to get a black hardcover or something, but I got this one on sale for like half off and it was a pretty good deal. So I decided to pick it up and now I'm pretty glad I did because I really like the soft cover, to be honest. I think it makes a lot of sense for my reading journal because it usually gets a little bit chunky, so I feel like the soft cover works a little bit better. And what I'm also really enjoying is the size, because the B6 size obviously isn't as big as an A5, but also not as small as my current journal. I'm currently using this A6 pocket notebook, which was a little bit too small for me, to be honest. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that I decided to pick up the B6 size. As you can see, I just added this cute little patch as decoration. I don't know, I just had it at home and I was like, maybe this would look pretty cute, and I feel like it does look pretty cute, so I'm excited about that. And I don't know, I just like to decorate my journals a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the outside. Now let's take a look at how it looks like on the inside. So when you open up the notebook, that's pretty much all you see first. This page is a little bit boring, to be honest. I feel like I still need to add like a decoration or a picture or something, but I haven't really decided yet what I want to put on here. So for now, I just added by name, and yeah, then we will see what I decide to put on here. But for now, it's just this pretty empty page with my name on it. After that, we just have the index page, which I haven't filled out yet, but I will definitely put some things in here and it will fill up throughout next year, I think. And then I just created this little cover page or like title page, I don't know. I usually do that with this first lonely page because I never know what to do with it. So yeah, it's just this little titling page which says reading journal, and I pretty much just use the packaging or like paper bits and pieces that came with the notebook. So I pretty much just got this card thingy, and then I also added a couple of Pyong PET tapes, which I usually like to pick a theme for each notebook, and for this reading journal I decided to go with a bluish theme, and I'm pretty much only using Pyong PET tapes. So yeah, you will see a lot of Pyong stuff in here. So yeah, I just added this girl PT tape sticker thingy, and then also this bird and this little script thing. And I really like how this turned out. It's pretty simple, but yeah, I really like it. So the next page is pretty much my TBR, and this is actually already one of the more interesting spreads, I think, because I decided to do this a little bit differently this year. So yeah, those are all the books I have at home that I can read pretty much, so my TBR. And what I decided to do this year is use those picture corners. I'm not sure how they're called exactly, but pretty much just those corners where you can put photos inside. I think you can get those in pretty much every craft store or on Amazon or something. And because I want to use this journal for more than 1 year, I wanted to be able to change this page, because previously I just put all of the covers down with glue or something and I couldn't remove them. So all of the books I read throughout the year were still on my TBR page. And since I'm using those photo corners this year, I can just simply remove the pictures of the book covers and then put them in my other spreads and also just add new books I got. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited about this idea, to be honest, and I think it will be pretty useful actually. And I also have a couple of empty spaces, and for now I just put in those placeholders because I didn't really like the look of the empty photo corners. And what I also decided to do is leave another empty page because I wasn't really sure how much space I will need. So yeah, I just decided to leave a little bit more space and I could create another page full of those corner thingies. So yeah, we will see. But again, I'm pretty excited about this and I think it will be pretty useful actually. So yeah, we will see. Alrighty, let's move on to the next page, which is pretty much my wish list. I kind of wanted to create a page where I could just put in books I don't own yet and where I'm kind of thinking about reading them, but I'm not sure yet, or also like next books in book series or something. So yeah, those are pretty much some of the books I maybe want to read or I just found interesting. And those are definitely not all of them, but those are just the ones I could think of on the top of my head. So yeah, that's pretty much just what it says. It's my wish list, just books I'm considering reading or buying. And I'm not really sure about like the layout I want with, to be honest. I think it looks a little bit weird, but yeah, I don't know. And again, as you can see, I still have some space left, so we will see. I really like the decoration I did on here, but the layout not so much. But it's fine, I think it will do the job. And I'm quite excited about having a spread for all of the books I'm thinking about reading. So yeah, that's pretty much this spread. And after that, we have this 2024 cover page because again, I'm thinking about using this notebook for more than 1 year. And I feel like the wishlist page and the TBR page are pages I can use for all of the years pretty much I'm using this notebook, but some of the pages are pretty much just pages I use within a year, like trackers and things like that. So I pretty much just decided to create this cover page to kind of separate those sections a little bit, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my cover page. I just used the packaging of the notebook again, or like one of the paper bits that came with it, and then I also added a couple of those bird stickers from a Pyong PT tape. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this came out, I think. Moving on to the next page, this is my page for reading challenges. And as you can see, it's still a little bit empty because I haven't quite decided yet what challenges I want to participate in. I usually set a reading goal on Goodreads. For now, I just decided to go with 10 books because, again, I'm not really reading that much anymore. And then I also want to pick another reading challenge, but I'm not quite sure yet which one I want to go with. So I just decided to leave a little bit of empty space. But yeah, we will see. That's pretty much just the page for my challenges. By the way, I usually set a Goodreads goal, and then as soon as I reached it throughout the year, I just set it a little bit higher. So that's why I left a little bit of space. I don't know, I just like to do this because I don't want to set a goal that's too high because I don't want to stress myself. I mean, reading is supposed to be fun, not like a stressful thing. But I also want to always have like kind of a goal. So yeah, I usually just set my goal pretty low at the beginning of the year and then just change it throughout the year. So yeah, that's my Goodreads reading challenge, and then we will see what will end up on this page. If I can't really decide on a challenge, I will just put some decoration on here. But yeah, we will see. I also left an empty page in between here because I usually like to just leave some space just to, I don't know, have the option to add another thread or something. So yeah, that's what I did here. And then we have my reading log. This is just a page where I will list out all of the books I'm reading in 2004. As you can see, I also decorated this page a bit. I used one of the 𝚎𝚌𝚘𝚗𝚎 girls and also, again, a piece of leuchtturm packaging. And then what I also always like to do is setting up a spread where I put in the covers of the books I've read. And in this setup, I pretty much can just use the covers I already printed out, so I can just take them out of here and then put them in my books I read spread. And it's just a pretty good way of visualizing it, and I don't know, I'm really enjoying this. So yeah, I just left 2 pages. Will I need all of that space? I don't know, but better safe than sorry. And I always love looking at this page at the end of the year, so I'm quite excited about that. And after that, we go into some of my trackers. The first one is probably one of my favorite pages in this notebook. This is my genre tracker, and I already did something similar in my current reading journal, and I'm absolutely loving this. So this is pretty much just this bookshelf spread, and I assigned a color to each genre, or at least some genres. I decided to go with sci-fi, other, romance, queer, and fantasy. Those are pretty much just the genres I read the most. So sci-fi, fantasy, and romance. And then, I don't know, other will just be in this category. Do I make sense? I'm not sure, but I hope you know what I mean. And yeah, I will pretty much just color in the books in like the assigned color to the genres I'm reading. And as you can see, I still need a color for fantasy, but I want to use a blue pen, and I don't have a blue Tombow yet, so I still need to get one. But yeah, fantasy will be blue. And yeah, that's pretty much this spread. I really like how this turned out, and again, it's another way of visualizing my reading habits, and I really enjoy doing that. So yeah, I'm quite excited about this page. And yeah, as you can see, I just decorated it a little bit. I used some of those PET bird stickers from 𝚎𝚘𝚘𝚗, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, really loving this page, and I can't wait to fill it up with the genres I'm reading next year. And after that, we just have my, I never know how to call this spread, to be honest, or what to call the spread. And this is pretty much just the space where I record where the books I'm reading was set in. Like, for example, if I'm reading a book that's happening in New York, I would record this in here. So yeah, it's pretty much just a world map with like the places where the books were set in. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but I'm always really enjoying this thread, so I decided to edit again, even though I'm reading a lot of fantasy. So yeah, the places where the books are set in aren't always actually existing, but I don't know, I still wanted to incorporate this spread, and I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and it will hopefully fill up throughout next year. And then the next spread is probably a little bit confusing because it's obviously not filled out yet, and I feel like it's just a lot of random lines if you look at it. But yeah, as it says, this will be my book of the year spread. I think this is the first time I'm doing something like this, but I saw a lot of other people do this and I was like, this looks like fun, so we're gonna try this out next year. So yeah, this is pretty much just a rating spread to figure out my favorite book of the year. And I will pretty much just put in my favorite book of each month into those boxes and then decide which was like my favorite book of quarter 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just let them compete against each other pretty much, and then we will hopefully be able to figure out my favorite book of the year in the end. We will see. I'm not sure if this will work because there are months where I'm not reading at all, so there will probably be a couple of empty boxes, but I don't know. I still want to try it and we'll see how it goes. I feel like this could be a spread that's pretty interesting at the end of the year, so yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, even though I'm still a little bit skeptical, but we will see. Moving on to the next page, this is just a page where I will record all of the books I'm buying throughout the year. I really like recording that, especially because I got into buying ebooks, and I feel like I don't have a lot of self-control when it comes to that because there are a lot of great offers and I just can't resist a cheap ebook offer. So yeah, I just really like to record what I buy, and I decided to name this page New In because I didn't really know what else to name it. So I don't know, it made sense in my head. So yeah, this will just be a continuous list of the books I got in 2024. I hope I won't be needing all of that space. I think I will add a decoration on this side at the end of the year, hopefully. I really hope I don't need all of that space. And then we also have one of those visualization spreads where I put in all of the book covers of the books I bought, just again to visualize it a little bit. I don't know, I'm just really enjoying putting book covers in my notebooks. So yeah, I decided to leave 2 pages for that again, and then we will see how much space I will actually need. I'm hoping not all of it, but yeah, we'll see. Better safe than sorry. I usually like to just leave a little bit more space instead of running out of it. So yeah, that's this spread, and that's pretty much it. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out actually. And if you're asking yourself what I'm gonna do after those spreads, what I'm planning on doing is pretty much doing a similar thing in here like I did in my current journal. Maybe let me just quickly show you what my plans are. In my current reading journal, I'm pretty much just creating a page for each book I read, and that's also what I'm planning on doing next year, just in a little bit of a bigger scale, because I realized this A6 pocket notebook isn't really big enough. And yeah, but the layout will pretty much stay the same. I usually like to put in the cover of the book, the author, and a short synopsis. Then I'm writing about what my thoughts are, and the biggest part of those spreads is pretty much just lettering the title in a pretty fountain pen ink, and that's definitely something I want to continue next year, because I really enjoy using my fountain pen inks. I don't really use them too much, so I feel like my reading journal is a great way for me to get to use them. And I don't know, I'm just really enjoying creating those titles and then creating those layouts. So yeah, that's pretty much my plan for like the pages in here. So we will see. Oh, I smudged some ink. That's great. It's fine. So yeah, that's my reading journal set up. And I don't think I have anything else to say, to be honest. I, of course, hope you've enjoyed watching. Maybe let me know in the comments down below if you're also keeping a reading journal and what spreads you're usually doing. I would definitely love to know. Also, maybe let me know what books you're usually reading if you're a reader. And yeah, I think that's it. Again, I hope you've enjoyed watching. Take care. I hope to see you in the next video, and goodbye.